Let's use Maker's Magic for example. Maker's Magic costs us about $4 to make, with the labor, the labels, the bottles, the liquid itself, mixing it up, and everything else. This does not include shipping, by the way. It costs us about $4, so that's our cost on Maker's Magic. We sell Maker's Magic for $20. Cool, so we're at $16 right now in profit. It costs us $10 to get a customer, and that's a really good customer acquisition cost. So that means we have to pay an average of $10 to get a customer on Facebook. So to get somebody to buy with our ads cost 10 bucks. Well, we're now at $6 in profit. You can see the profit margin has already shrank quite a bit. All the packing materials is probably about 50 cents. So now we're at $5.50. To pay a 3PL to pick and pack this item is $2.50 per package. Okay, we are now at $3 in profit per unit. And that doesn't include any unforeseen circumstances. Employee overhead, paying people to build the websites, my salary, everything else we got going on. We're making about $1 to $3 per Maker's Magic that we sell. And then you add on top the shipping costs. We didn't even talk about that. Shipping this right here costs us about 4 bucks. So now we're negative $1. If we sold these for $20 on our website and it cost us $10 to get that sale, and we have to pay $2.50 to pick and pack it, and it costs us 50 cents in packaging, and it costs us $4 to ship, and our costs are $4, we are at negative $1. We are losing money making sales. How does that work? Yes, it's a real problem. So how do you solve that? Well, you can lower your costs. I can't lower the cost of the product right now until we start making more. Economies of scale will drop the price down maybe by 20%, but that's not very much wiggle room. We can't lower the cost of what it is to ship because shipping is standard and we can't negotiate with the post office until we're doing millions of packages a month, or I should say tens of thousands of packages a month, and we're not there yet. So we can't cut costs there. We can cut costs by shipping it ourselves. That'll save us $2.50 because now I don't have to pay a warehouse to pick and pack it. Okay. We can also lower the amount of money we have to spend to get a customer. So our customer acquisition cost is, as I mentioned, $10. It costs us $10 to get a customer on Facebook. We could lower that cost. That's hard to do. If you can teach me how to lower that cost reliably, you would be a very rich person. So we can't rely on lowering customer acquisition costs. So what the heck do we do? What lever can we pull to make this work? What lever can we pull to make it profitable? Selling price. The amount of profit you make is your price that you sell it for minus your costs. But we can't increase the price of just a single unit. There will be a point where people won't pay for it. I know I wouldn't pay for something that's too expensive or didn't have enough value. So the next question is, well, how do we raise the price without raising our costs and make the customer feel that they are getting a good value for their money? And that's where the discussion of average order value comes into play. AOV, what does that even mean? Average order value is the average amount of money that somebody will spend in your store when they come to make a purchase. Some people will spend 20 bucks. Some people will spend $100. Some people will spend 40. Some people will spend 50. We take the average amount of order value from all of your customers over a given period of time and we average it. Literally, that's all we do. We average it out. That gives us the typical amount that someone will spend in your store. The reason I bring that up is because the next phrase that I mentioned to you should be something that you are thinking about for the rest of your life in this industry. And that is average order value increases. How do you increase the average amount that somebody spends in your store? Here's a good example. We talked about how selling one of these for $20 didn't make me any money. What if we sell 3? Well, let's look at it. So if we sell 3 of these, we know that $20 a piece. So if we multiplied that by 3, it's 60 bucks, but we want to incentivize the customer to buy 3. So we'll drop the price down to $49.99. So we'll give them a $10 discount. We know that each one of these costs us $4. So we have $12 in materials right here. Off of 50, that brings us down to 38. Cool. We know that it costs $10 to get a customer. That doesn't change. Okay, so that brings us down to 28. I can tell you it's gonna be about 50 cents for the packaging and all of that. But we'll deal with that later so we don't mess up our math. And it's gonna cost us about $2.50 to pick and pack it. So about 50 cents in packing materials and about $2.50 in picking and pack fees. So we're at 38, we went down to 28. And now let's subtract $3 for the pick and pack of $2.50 and the packaging of 50 cents. Okay, That brings us down to $25 in profit. Holy cow, we're looking pretty good so far. $25 in profit. We've subtracted our cost. We've subtracted our customer acquisition cost. We've subtracted our pick and pack. $25, that's pretty good. What about shipping? Shipping on a product like this, because of the weight, it's gonna be about $8. So we're at 25, 18. We now have made a profit of $18. So if we sell a single, we'll lose $1, but if we sell a triple, we'll make $18. How does that work? It's all because of the average order value. Getting a customer costs the same amount of money, whether they spend $20 or spend $50. But the $50 customer is more valuable to us because they spend more money. That's one person, one order. So the more that person spends, the more profit we make, because the pick and pack costs don't scale with the sell price. The customer acquisition cost only has to happen one time. It doesn't scale with the amount of money that you charge. That is why average order value and increasing the amount of money a person spends in your store is so important. That's why I built my profit and margin calculator. So you could calculate your profit and your costs and your shipping to make sure that you understand how much money you're really making on a sale. I built it because I've lost money. Everything I've told you is true. Everything I've told you I've experienced firsthand. And let me tell you, it is a sobering thing when you realize that you have thousands of dollars in sales, but you're losing money. It really hurts. And I never want to make that mistake again. And I don't want you to ever have to make that mistake. So I make videos about this stuff to teach you how to solve those problems, because I've solved them the hard way. What is the easiest way, the surest way, the best way to make sure that you make more money in profit on your sale? It is to increase your average order value or decrease the amount of money you have to spend to get a customer. I personally would rather focus on increasing the amount that a customer would spend in my store. A really easy low-hanging fruit for us was to just create a 3-pack. We did it with the Scorch Marker, we did it with Maker's Magic, and we sell about half 3-packs and half in singles. But what if you can't make a 3-pack? What if a 3-pack was off the table? How could I increase the average order value of this $20 product? Bundles, but not bundling them together, bundling them with products that would help. If you're selling a nut butter, you might want to bundle it with other nut butters, maybe some additional seasonings or accoutrements or things that could help make that process easier and better. Here's a good example. Instead of making a 3-pack, we will come out with a brush kit, a silicone mat, mixing cups, stir sticks, gloves, and a pour spout, right? A different type of cap for this. We could probably source all of that for less than $10, but we can add $30 in value to the actual product. It allows us to charge more money by increasing the perceived value, by adding in extras that will enhance this product. So instead of thinking about it in terms of like bundles and stuff, think about it in terms of enhancements. How can you enhance your current offer, compel somebody to want to spend more money? Average order value is one of the levers that you can pull to directly increase your profits, exactly how much money you make. The other levers are conversion rate and customer acquisition costs. And we're gonna talk about those in another video. For now, I want you to focus on the average order value. I want you to look at your stats on Amazon and on Shopify. I want you to think about 3 ways you might be able to enhance or double your average order value. We did it. We picked and packed all of our orders. Today, it looks like we only had about 35 orders, and that took me about 30 minutes. So I'd say about a minute an order total if you're really moving slow and making videos like I am. But I would budget for about 45 seconds per order in terms of the time commitment. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is load this up in my truck, drive it over to the post office, say hello, make sure they're okay with me going in the back. I'm gonna dump it in the bins, get it all set up on the dock for them, and then pass this over to the manager or leave it directly on top of the pile. So I can make it really easy for them. These are people, and treat people like people so that they can treat you like a human. I'm really big on that, and I think it goes really far. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.